So when we come back, here's another one of these where they even had kids at the school who were shot up in a simulation who knew it was part of a drill, but they didn't tell the other children it was part of a drill to create massive psychological trauma. This is mind control going on a mass scale to create the perception that terrorism is real.
You've heard Alex explain how the Silver Lungs generator infuses the respiratory system with your self-produced colloidal silver solutions, yet many are unaware of the entire function of the Silver Lungs system and how it has been designed to deliver your silver solutions anywhere in or on the body. My name is Mario Cifaldi, and I'm the developer of the Silver Lungs generator. Not only does the Silver Lungs system produce endless colloidal and ionic silver solutions, it also comes equipped with the proper applicators and devices needed to deliver your silver solutions directly to key target areas. This includes the eyes, ears, nose, lungs, topically to the skin, and orally for the digestive system. Be sure to watch our new 7-minute video tour of the Silver Lungs system at www.silverlungs.com to learn more about how the Silver Lungs system works. As well, we are always ready to answer any questions you may have. That's www.silverlungs.com.
Alex Jones here with urgent information concerning trendsresearch.com. The Trends Journal distills the voluminous ongoing research of the Trends Research Institute into a concise, readily accessible form. By tracking 300 separately defined domestic and international trends, the Trends Journal establishes the connections that others fail to see or misinterpret. Gerald Salente's Trends Journal allows you to anticipate change, recognize the implications, and take protective strategies. Individual readers from every walk of life can put the Trends Journal Trends Forecast and Trends Analysis to practical use. Extra information to keep you well informed throughout the year when any current event of major social, economic, or political significance occurs. Trends Journal notifies its subscribers of their implications. When you subscribe to the Trends Journal, you'll also receive Trends Alerts. Visit trendsresearch.com today. That's trendsresearch.com. Subscribe to the Trends Journal. This information is too important to wait. This is Alex Jones with 5 good reasons you should consider buying a solar power generator. Number 1, new climate legislation could easily double or triple your electric bill. Number 2, our new energy czar wants to control how much power your electric company allows you to have. It's true. Total government control of electricity in the name of smart grid technology is coming. Number 3, in some areas of the country, the power grid is dangerously overloaded. And now new socialist legislation is only compounding the problem. Number 4, dangerous weather is always a threat to local grids. Every year, thousands of families lose their power from weather-related outages. Number 5, a solar power generator provides powerful backup insurance and peace of mind. Folks, I really believe in the solar power generators offered by Solutions from Science, one of my oldest sponsors. You can get more information at www.mysolarbackup.com. That's mysolarbackup.com. Remember, the government doesn't own the sun, so go to mysolarbackup.com or call 1-877-327-0365.
You are obsolete, Mr. Wordsworth.
A lie. No man is obsolete.
You have no function, Mr. Wordsworth. You're an anachronism, like a ghost from another time.
I am nothing more than a reminder to you that you cannot destroy truth by burning pages.
You're a bug, Mr. Wordsworth, a crawling insect, an ugly, misformed little creature who has no purpose here, no meaning.
I am a human being.
Words, Mr. Wordsworth, that have no substance and no dimension, like air, like the wind.
I don't care. I tell you, I don't care. I'm a human being. I exist. And if I speak one thought aloud, that thought lives, even after I'm shoveled into my grave.
Delusions, Mr. Wordsworth. Delusions that you inject into your veins to make you think you have a strength when you have no strength at all. You have nothing but spindly limbs and a dream, and the state has no use for your kind.
Resistance to tyrants is obedience to God. It's Alex Jones.
What does Bill Gates say? Kill the old lady. We can hire 10 teachers with that money. You're obsolete. No, we're not obsolete. We know what you are doing. I'm going to get into the economy here in a moment, but they've been having drills for at least 14 years that I know of, coast to coast, where they unannounced, come into a school. They'll tell elementary students ages 5 to 10 march out on the front lawn. They'll blow up a car in front of them, set it on fire. They'll throw buckets of fake blood on kids that they have told what's happening. They'll have them run out crying in front of the children. This is to demonize the Second Amendment. This is to create incredible trauma. And in article after article, the children urinate on themselves. In some cases, they make them stay in their class all day and make them go to the bathroom in trash cans in front of the students and don't give them lunch as part of the mind control trauma. This is out of WPSD Local 6 News out of Kentucky. And again, we see these articles every week. And it says that they got a small group of the students at the technical college. They do this at private businesses as well, to play the part of being shot and killed, fake blood splattering. And they go on to say, we want everybody's attention. This can happen at any given time, and we want to be prepared for it. And the SWAT practice taking over. What would you do if some students who are worried about shootings or whatever that are pretty much non-existent or would have a gun? Or what if another police officer was there and didn't know it was part of a drill? Oh, that happened in Dallas a few years ago. They shot Cop of the Year in the head. They had another drill a few years before that in Michigan where the cop shot himself. Oh, yeah. And so here is the newscast where they just come right out in the open with this brazen brainwashing and admit that they didn't tell the majority of the students or teachers, professors, what was going on. This is mind control. And they have other drills where they say it's real for a few hours, half a day. This is mind control because there's no real terrorism that really isn't manufactured that we've seen in this country. So they manufacture the idea of it. They've got every police department in the country training to take on veterans that plan to bomb them. They're training youth brigades for this. This is authoritarian mass re-education. Let's go ahead and play this newscast and analyze it. Here it is.
While this was a mock drill today, law enforcement spared no detail in making sure everything seemed realistic today, even down to the wounds that we saw on students. They say anything to get them and first responders better prepared. A quiet fall morning at a local college campus. Then the silence shattered by gunshots. Unfazed, the gunman continued on a shooting spree.
I saw the shooter walking across the yard.
Student Jackson Irvin is an eyewitness.
The first two rounds were louder than the other ones, and it scared the holy crap out of me.
And that's exactly the reaction Paducah Police Captain Brandon Barnhill is looking for.
And we want to get everybody's attention. We want everybody to know this is something that could happen at any given time, and we have to be prepared for it.
That attention wasn't hard to get. An officer gunned down, and the SWAT team called out.
We put them in the absolute worst scenario they could possibly be in.
Recognize this guy? It's the shooter, Rob Estes, also the firearms instructor at Paducah Police. He spent 15 minutes evading the very team he trained.
Get your hands up!
And in the coming days, he'll offer his team a critique.
What they did right, what they did wrong, who I could shoot, who I did shoot.
And while Jackson Irvin was forced to watch his fellow students go by on stretchers, he gets the message, be ready, and law enforcement gets it too.
At the end, I had nowhere to go.
During today's mock drill, there was one fatality and 5 were wounded, but it wasn't just college students who were injured, it was law enforcement as well. That's because I'm told this was meant to be a learning experience for everyone. Tonight we're in Paducah. Lauren Adams, WPSD, Local 6.
Well, thank you, Lauren.
Now, when you research this case, they didn't announce to the other students, and you can pull up, in fact, pull up pharmacist sues over fake robbery. I want to show people that because when they do these newscasts, sometimes they even say it's real for a while, and then later they admit it's a drill. And then other times, well, a few years ago, I had a Minnesota teacher on where they went into the high school and told her they were going to kill her and the students, and then she basically had a mental breakdown from it because they didn't tell her it was a drill. But even on this newscast, they don't make that clear. But if you research it further, other students didn't know. You heard that guy go, boy, it scared me. Yeah, he wasn't told. There it is, fake robbery prompts real lawsuit. A New Jersey pharmacy technician who says she was traumatized when a masked gunman burst into their store demanding OxyContin, is suing her employer for arranging the mock holdup. And then it goes on. I mean, there are literally thousands of these that I've seen. And they're going on all the time that doesn't even come across our desk. And so they won't tell you as a parent that your 7-year-old is going to have their class taken over. They've even tricked some of the Boy Scout groups into being part of drills where they're at a camp out and a guy comes with a gun or a knife. I mean, this is going on everywhere to create this perception that there are terrorists just all over the place. And New York City and others are announcing they're going to increase. I saw this report yesterday. In fact, print it for me. I never got to it. Transit Authority to start anti-suicide public service announcements was the headline, I believe. Let's see if I'm accurate. But they've already had this in these cities, and it's increasing suicides. You have ads about don't jump in front of the train to kill yourself. Well, people then get that idea in their head. So it's this idea of what do you do when you get angry? You don't commit suicide. You go kill people at a school. So they're always hyping suicide, always hyping death, always hyping. All the studies show that in the last 20 years of death education, starting in 1990, even 2020 did a piece on this, that suicides go way up. You go teach a bunch of 12 and 13-year-olds how to commit suicide when they get depressed, that gives them the idea to do it. Just like studies have shown, sex education causes more sex. You start showing 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10-year-olds how to have sex, they're not supposed to be thinking about that when they're 8, 9 years old. But now the idea is put in their mind. And so they want to go out and now have sex. I mean, this is really a diabolical situation that we're talking about. Now, I want to shift gears briefly into the economy. Gold rises to record on increased demand for wealth protection. That's today. Greenspan, though, is calling for more taxes. We're going to talk more about this coming up in the next segment. But gold has hit its new all-time record price, and 30-plus years in the gold and silver brokerage business is Ted Anderson. Ted, we've got the Bloomberg articles that the majority of the future options on gold for December are trading at $1,500 an ounce. More and more, it's looking like that could really happen, Ted.
It sure is. As a matter of fact, that $1,300 an ounce is right around the corner now, and I'm sure we'll get that before October even is halfway through. And, you know, CNBC has got an article out there talking about inflation or deflation. The fear is driving gold. Why deflation driving gold? Because they're afraid that the institution that we rely upon, the whole government system, the value of the currency just collapsing in amongst itself just because of the deflationary pressure. And then you have the inflation and even hyperinflation because you have the government trying to stop deflation.
Well, Ted, it's simple. In the last 6 months, the Federal Reserve has begun monetizing debt. Just like Zimbabwe or Weimar Republic Germany did, they've started just printing money.
They sure are. I mean, they're deliberately driving the value of the currency right through the floor. And their problem is right now there's not enough credit-worthy borrowers to take on the Federal Reserve debt. You know, that's why the money is not reaching the system. That's why we don't have the velocity of the currency coming into the marketplace. I got to tell you, Alex, man, they've created so much new money, and we're just going to have problems. Even if they stop printing money right now, it would be problems. So and the money's not getting out to the people. It's going to the central bank. So they create the crisis, offer their new solution. And gold is at an all-time record high. Where is it right now, Ted? Well, today it hit a high of 1,278.